Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching. My guests today have come over from Fort Worth, and they're veteran musicians and have a lot of interesting experiences, and I'm honored to have Guthrie Kennard.
Well, thank you, Mike.
And Jimmy Pendleton.
Oh, very nice.
Appreciate
Thank
y'all
you.
coming over today.
Appreciate it, Mike.
So y'all got involved with music kind of early in life.
We did, I guess, just, well, what, 64? That's when the Beatles came out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it started a little before that. My sister was an Elvis fan.
Yeah.
She got a guitar and ended up playing baseball. And then when the Beatles came out, let's go back to the guitar.
Yeah.
So it's...
Well, you guys went to Atlanta when y'all were real young, and
Well, I did. There's an older guy that we playing back in the early days. How old were we, Jimmy, when we met Joe?
15.
Well, we were younger than that, 13 when the Beatles came out, so about 14, Mickey and them were playing, and they were older than we were. And so Joe was one of those guys that just didn't stay around town. He had just gotten out of the Air Force and, playing music, and he was headed down to Atlanta. He goes, "You want to go?" And I said, "Sure." Well, yeah, it was 14, because I was only 14. And so I left home, went on down to Atlanta with him, and till the authorities made me come back home. So it was a trip. So it was the first time I ever met rock stars. I guess back then they had Billy Joe Royal and Classics 4 and Joe South, and I remember, he's dead now, that lead singer for the Classics 4.
really?
Yeah.
Dennis Yost.
He did a show. I remember, I was standing outside of their booking agency's place. He comes rolling up in a brand new Corvette, and he goes, "Man, how you doing?" I'm just a kid. "I'm doing good. Here, you want some pills?" And I'm going, I don't even know what pills are. I said, "No, thank you, I'm good." So I went, "Yeah, pills and a red Corvette, a lot of money sounds good to me too." And anyhow, they made me go home. The police said, "You got to come home, go back to school, boy." So I said, "Yeah." They flew me back to Richmond. So I ended up back in Richmond, and then I guess Jimmy and I met, started playing at what, 13, Jimmy?
12.
12.
Where did y'all live then?
In Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so we've been playing ever since, off and on.
Well, this was Billy Joe Royal and the Classics 4 and Joe South, which there was a record company in Atlanta at that time, and they were...
Were their agents? Probably so, but
Yeah.
they had it was kind of like the southern hit guys, with like
Muscle Shoals area, or
well, no, that's a whole different deal.
yeah.
They were more they weren't southern rock. I guess you'd call them more southern pop.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Classics 4 did Spooky,
Yeah.
and Billy Joe Royal did Down in the Boondocks.
Oh, yeah.
And
The house band was the Atlanta Rhythm Section.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And it was Bill Lowry Productions, and it was like the stable for all the up-and-coming artists that were coming out of that era.
Really? Yeah.
Before the Beatles, and then when the Beatles came over, that just blew everybody.
Changed a lot of things.
Changed everything, so
yeah.
everybody had to regroup and decide what they were going to do.
And Joe South, we were just talking about his big hit, Games People Play.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really know any of those people, but Joe, the guy that we went down to Georgia with, or I did, was assigned to the Bill Lowry agency.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He was the next artist that they were getting ready to push big time.
Right, back then, anyhow.
And
so,
you were singing back then?
No, I was playing bass.
Playing bass, yeah.
And so, I mean...
You've always
I
done
was just
percussion?
going to school.
Going to school, yeah.
We had so many kids in our family, I wasn't missed. And my brothers and sisters loved it that I was gone because there was more food for them.
Yeah, more food for everybody else. Yeah, more space.
Where's that kid? Which one is gone? So, anyhow, no, it was good. It was the first time I've really experienced going out on the highway. And I just loved it. And I've been doing it ever since.
You've played even in Turkey. You've played overseas.
Jimmy and I did both. We played, Jimmy plays drums and I was playing bass guitar. And
Where was
Smoking
that?
Joe Kubek
Smoking Joe Kubik,
and
yeah.
Benoist King.
yeah.
Got shook down by the Turkish government.
Really?
Yeah, they wanted money out of the club because they had an American act coming in.
Oh, really?
And yeah, so they wanted our passports and wanted us to fill out this form. So we're sitting there trying to fill out the form, acting like Bodines, trying to figure out what it said. And they're off in the back room getting the money, you know. And after everybody got their money, they came out all smiles. And
Turkish mob. Turkey was fun. We played the blues. Joe is a world-renowned blues player, guitarist. And so we did all that. We did, you know, some pretty big shows over there, but most of it was like the International Blues and Jazz Festival.
Really? Yeah.
And I think it was in Ankara. My ears are stopped up, so I'm trying to get my words out right, Mike. And it was quite a, we were also down by the Iranian-Syrian border. We played somewhere, and they'd have roadblocks and all kinds of stuff. We had bodyguards with us for the most of that trip.
Yeah.
And it was one of the, and even though Turkey's a secular country, I just went, I don't really think I belong here, but they love American music.
That's good.
And that just crosses over all borderlines. You know, we've been all over the world.
That's so cool.
It is cool, and it's, you know, and the people over there are just, they're really good people. Mm-hmm. I know that, you know, most of them are Muslims, and they get a bad rap, but I mean, I had no trouble.
Yeah, you can't blame everybody for what the extremists do.
Well, exactly.
But once you mention that you're from Texas, everything changes.
Acceptance,
Oh,
yeah,
big time.
Yeah, they know Texas, yeah.
It's like, oh, Americans know from Texas. Oh, Texas can.
That's cool.
Yeah, Texas is probably the most well-known state
Yeah,
in the world.
and Billy Bob's is known around the world, I guess.
It is. It is. You know, it's been there forever. We've played Billy Bob's.
Have y'all? Yeah. Now, you've opened for Robin Trower, John Mayall, Taj Mahal, Leon Russell, and Donovan, people like that.
Oh, yeah. Donovan is one of my favorites. He was one of the nicest guys ever.
Is that right?
Yeah, Joe and I did open the show for him over in Dallas and went to Austin with him. And you couldn't find a nicer person. He's just real quiet and just real cool, you know. And I wanted to talk to him about John Lennon and everybody and the Beatles and stuff, but I didn't really he was really busy.
Yeah. He's written some good songs.
Oh, great songs, you know, and he was out there just playing by himself, you know,
Really?
doing his thing. And
Yeah. It takes nerve.
it does. I mean, I watched Don McRae open for the Allman Brothers. Is that his name? What the guy did American Pie?
McLean.
McLean.
Don McLean, yeah.
And I went, man, that's lonely up there. And all of a sudden you got this big rock and roll blues band up there, you know, and you're up there opening the show. It's like, and now I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Because I've done that, and it's just like, oh, it's kind of like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
You know. But I love what I do.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming over, and I'm going to get out of the way and let y'all play some music for us. And y'all stay tuned and enjoy some good music, and thank you so much for watching.
2, 3, 4. She's from down south, some say she's a preacher's daughter. She got moved like little Egypt, she's a cool drink of water. And she can crawl on her belly like a back ain't got no bone. Do the wild tootsie boogaloo and walk the dog. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. All right. She got a name up in life. starts a little hurricane. And she can back up traffic, stop a freight train. She ride around town in a pink Cadillac. And she can blow your top and make the moon howl back. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. All right. She loved stewed tomatoes, cornbread, and butter beans. Come around midnight, peaches and cream. And back on the midway, she'd make a king snake moan, and make a mule kick and a rooster crow. Ow, ow. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. Ow, ow, ooh, ow. All right. All right. I'm going to do this song for Mike. It's called Pouring Rain. I can hear the whistle of a train in the distance of the night, leaving for some unknown destination somewhere out of sight. And in the darkness, shadows dance like a ghost of a howling wind, thinking myself somewhere else other than where I am. I feel like a dog scratching at your door, and some things never change. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. I can hear a calling of a crow outside my open window, waking me to a rising sun, into a dream I just lost. The scars on my face and the boots on my feet and the tattoos on my arms, and I'm stranded here in my own skin, wearing my soul like some old leather coat. I feel like a dog scratching at your door, and some things never change. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. She's wearing a new dress, staring in the mirror, she breaks down, leaving reasons in broken pieces in the closet, in the box on the shelf. And I'm stranded here once again, on the outside looking in, thinking myself somewhere else other than where I am. I feel like a dog scratching at your door, and some things never change. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. Here again, standing in the pouring rain. Pouring rain. Thank you. Let's see. Song called Trouble. I got a Detroit motor in a Mississippi ride, gone across the river to the Louisiana side, where the cotton is high and the muddy water run. I bought an old guitar in Tupelo, a $50 silver tone. Back off the highway where the blues is mean. A shorty lay a case knife across his strings. A mare's hat is over yonder with a red dress on. Maria Laveau from New Orleans. Oh, oh. Trouble, 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 trouble. Trouble ain't nothing but a trouble in me. Oh, mercy. Yeah, you know. An hour would have woke between dark and dawn, when the dog began to bark in the black cat's spawn. Say the devil's in his kitchen with his lamp down low. After hours skinning souls, you'd smell the whiskey and the gasoline. Yeah, Uncle John's in the boogie wearing alligator shoes, back in the bayou where there ain't no moon. Oh, oh. Trouble, 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 trouble. Have mercy. All right, song called Trouble. Thank you, Mike. I'm sure having a good time. I'm working on a new record with Ray Wally Hubbard down there in Dripping Springs at the Zone. Pat Mansky and Lucas and Kyle. Hope to finish it up sometime, maybe September. Also, we're doing a live album with the band over at Magnolia Motor Lounge over there in Fort Worth with Jimmy, Ryan, and Bob in the next couple of weeks. So if you're out and about, come on by. Just go to my Facebook, check it out, see when we're going to do that, or go to Magnolia's Facebook. Let's see. I'm going to do a little song called Cross Your Heart. Ain't nothing here but ravens and crows, an epitaph and a river of bones. I stood in the middle of an old dirt road. Some say it's where he sold his soul. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? Promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed? Some preach of Judgment Day, some don't believe in anything. The tracks are frozen from the ice and snow. Sometimes words are harder than stone. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? Promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed? Tin fiddle in a diddly bow. Sometimes I feel like a rolling stone. The ground it tremble when a coal train run, and the blues ain't nothing but another man gone. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How How many times have you crossed your heart? The promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed before the break of day, before the hour has come? How many times have you crossed your heart? The promises made and then been broke. How many times has your rooster crowed? How many times has your rooster crowed? Anyhow, this song did me fairly well. It got me a used truck with no air conditioning and a stressed look. And 3 days of rain, mud between my toes. The first day of sun, I cut me a cane pole. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish fishing. In the kitchen, making something out of nothing, snapping beans and fixing while she keeps her whiskey hidden. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish, fishing, all right. A stink bait on my hook. I ain't had no luck. Way down there in the bottom, where the river is up. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. Catfish, fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. I'm going catfish fishing. A catfish I'm fishing. A catfish, fishing. All right, thank you, Mike, for having us. Jimmy Pendleton, ladies and gentlemen.
say, do what you want, and money will come.